The Roblox YouTuber TankFish, with over 1.2 million subscribers, best known for his highly edited Roblox gameplay videos, has recently been exposed for the most disgusting behavior imaginable that he has managed to get away with for numerous years. TankFish is guilty of promoting pornographic Nuke code links at the end of his videos, which contained millions of views directly to his audience of predominantly with these links leading to some of the most depraved imaginable, some involving art of school children and families. And keep in mind, TankFish was an adult and that his promotion of content to do with shadas and families are illegal in his country of Canada. TankFish is also guilty of openly promoting his Discord server with pornographic artwork he created of himself getting by tentacles, then stated the who saw the content would be more cultured, and then bragged on Twitter about luring his fans in with the porn. TankFish also showed uncensored porn numerous times in his videos, completely uncensored, exposing countless of his fans to EPI content, with TankFish also reposting more new code links on his Twitter that led to even more repulsive content. TankFish was seen being more than aware where these codes led to, and that his audience contained children, as he personally liked comments made by and engaged in their sexual comments, and he had no problem exposing them to degenerate pornography, all while he was an adult legally culpable for his own actions. There is no excuse. This is story and this needs to be called out, and so I highly advise you all to watch this video all the way through until the end just to understand how bad TankFish's actions have been. Please make sure to like and share this video to as many people as possible. When TankFish hit 100,000 subscribers, and while he was a legal adult, fully aware of his own actions as he was allegedly born in the year 2000, TankFish celebrated by creating type himself while having streamed himself creating it on his Discord server with no age gating at all, while also having streamed this on Twitch. He then can be seen posting a cropped version on his YouTube community post promoting this Discord server and effectively luring his fans into them joining and accessing the full NSFW artwork in the open channel that he had. The worst part of this was that the channel that TankFish was promoting openly was not age restricted. This meant that anyone of any age could and did access it. This is corroborated by screenshots and testimonies from the individuals who openly stated they were 13 and were exposed to the content posted inside of it. There were numerous comments of people making it aware that they were underage, and one person stated that they were 13, with the person replying that they were 15, and TankFish liking the comment, showing that he was more than aware about the age demographic of his audience. Other children were seen making comments that, thanks to TankFish, who was an adult and made it aware that he was of legal age at the time and who had provided them free access to pornography, that they would now get off to the content. In yet another instance, TankFish was seen promoting his server once again with artwork he drew of his character being raped by tentacles. TankFish was seen in his YouTube community post stating that he streamed himself creating his Discord server, to which could easily access, and someone even admitted they saw him doing it, with another user seen stating that the drawing depicted rape, with TankFish hearting it in acknowledgement. TankFish stated in his pinned comment for his fans to come to the channel to see the uncensored version, calling them horny bastards, with TankFish, who was a grown adult at the time, liking many of his fans' comments, many of whom were obviously underage, stating that they masturbated to the content he provided to them, with him even participating in the sexually charged conversations. TankFish hearted comments from a 14-year-old while hearting other people, stating that their eyes were scarred from it. Another child said that their mother caught them looking at it, with TankFish again liking their comment. Perhaps the most disgusting part came with another person stating that their 12-year-old brother may be exposed to the TankFish posted as they are a fan of his channel, with TankFish replying he would be more cultured if he saw it, which would be the most violent predatory statement I have seen from any Roblox YouTuber with such a large platform as he has. And the fact that he got away with this behavior for so long is so fucking insane. Now, before I even see comments about this, the argument that TankFish didn't know that his audience consisted of is a complete lie, as he was seen hearting comments from obvious children, to which he promoted his Discord channels too. Any reasonable person would know that these comments were from obviously underage users. TankFish even moved to his Twitter to brag about luring in his impressionable fans to his Discord server by the promises of giving them uncensored porn. TankFish absolutely knew what he was doing, and this is a crystal clear example of him promoting EPI content to children. EPI content stands for early introduction content. It is an act that many predators do to condition into becoming more sexual by providing them with sexual content at a young age to leave them more susceptible to being taken advantage of, as children will be more likely to fall down more and pipelines when consuming this content. TankFish mods and defenders attempt to claim that he wouldn't be a predator as he has no victims that we know of, but that's untrue. The fanbase he actively promoted porn to are victims by definition, and the act of him filtering EPI content to children is an act that many predators do. Another example of this was when TankFish continued to stream himself creating artwork of his character in his Discord server, again, that had no age verification channels whatsoever, and to which he reposted the graphic artwork on his publicly accessible Twitter account regardless, which, of course, countless were exposed to. TankFish had also created a femboy artwork of his character and posted it on his YouTube community post with the caption, "Fap at your own risk." In the comments, countless underage users were seen stating that they would masturbate to the artwork TankFish had provided to them, with someone even stating, "Too fluid for my young eyes," and TankFish, who was already in his 20s, was seen noticing this comment and even liking it. He was then seen liking numerous other comments made by most likely children, even interacting directly with someone who made a comment about being anally penetrated by his character, with him laughing in response. In reference to EPI content, one of the most egregious examples could be seen on TankFish's alternate channel with his video titled "Stages of Anime Trap Addiction," which was a video which remained up on his channel for almost 5 years. It only got taken down recently by him to cover up how vile this video was. Essentially, in this video, TankFish was seen showing femboy content from the website where he gets his new codes from, which he promoted to his audience, as we will highlight later on in this video. However, in his video, he proceeds to show the website with uncensored ads that appear at the top of the screen. Then TankFish continues by showing numerous examples of extremely explicit cropped, which was so bad in fact that this video was age restricted by YouTube themselves, but this didn't stop the video from tallying over 70,000 views in total. Now this will be the segment of the video where we cover the new codes, which were a series of numbers that TankFish would incorporate at the end of every single one of his videos for his audience to go onto to access pornography. Essentially, these numbers represented an ID that they could put into a website and access the content that was attached to it, and TankFish was entirely open in his server that the code went to porn and was in fact NSFW. He showed the website he used for these codes in his second channel video, and even in a large announcement he made in his Discord server, he literally stated, "I'm sure most of you already know what a new code is." So any argument made that people didn't was directly contradicted by TankFish's own words, and this proves where his mentality was at regardless. Later, he would also be seen attempting to belittle the situation down to it being just 6 numbers, when months prior, he was more than open with sharing the codes with his audience in his Discord server, and even worse, posting an extremely disgusting image on Twitter of a lotion bottle with tissues with him stating, "Me seeing kids in my comments section asking what the new codes are for." He objectively knew that his audience were actually gratifying themselves to the content he was forwarding to them. He knew it for years because he personally liked comments of children who were being exposed to the porn that he was promoting and providing. He can't weasel his way out of accountability with this by feigning the idea that he didn't know or using the plausible deniability card, and he certainly cannot make any excuses. He knew what he was doing, and what I'm about to describe where these codes led to is going to make your blood boil. The code he presented at the end of his Roblox Demonfall video that garnered millions of views led to porn that contained tags for schoolgirls and penetration. The code at the end of the Roblox D-Day video with millions of views led to artworks with the tag schoolgirl, grape, and incest. His jailbreak in a nutshell video had a code that led to grape artwork, and the code in his Roblox video on the mimic trip to Japan gone wrong contained tags grape, incest, school, pet, and mind control. Keep in mind, these are just a few codes from a multitude of other videos TankFish had where he promoted similar content. This is quite literally just the tip of the iceberg. TankFish specifically handpicked the most depraved pornography as a grown adult and promoted it and drip-fed it to his audience of children that he knew were predominantly underage, and he got away with this for years. He faced absolutely no public backlash, and instead, people to this day try and make insane excuses to defend his behavior by drastically playing down how malicious this actually was. In a publicly accessible video TankFish uploaded to Twitter, it showed him asking a user for the new code link by stating "give sauce." Eventually, he was given the new code and posted it in his Discord server in front of numerous other users. Once he searched up the code in the website, TankFish was then seen commenting on the explicit nature of the content. And if you're wondering, the tags of the content that TankFish had accessed and promoted involved such things such as schoolgirl, and grape. So not only did TankFish actively engage in sexually conversations in his Discord server with numerous users, many to which were most likely but he distributed a new code link that led to Shota content, which was artwork depicting a young boy, which is illegal in his country of Canada. Even worse, he reposted this on his branded Twitter account so even more people could access this link, all while he was a grown adult, more than aware of his own actions. This is followed by TankFish posting yet another meme with the caption, "Uncultured Christian kids" at the end of every single one of my vids, with an image of numerous computer screens with new codes presented in them, with the text at the bottom stating, "The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?" Now, what is even more insane with this meme that TankFish reposted on his main account was that many of these codes led to the most disgusting and grotesque artwork imaginable. One of them, ending in 212, led to content which is art depicting a young girl and is illegal, with the other tags being torture, amputee, and another code led to another horrific art piece which contained the tags says torture. I mean, just look at the tags. It literally contains things I cannot even state on YouTube because censoring won't even cover up how truly vile it is. And another code was again content that was so bad the site had to remove it themselves, and TankFish, keep in mind in 2021 when he was an adult, reposted these codes to his audience on Twitter, being more than aware that a decent portion of them would search it up because it was a well-known inside joke in their community at the time. TankFish would like to feign the excuse that he somehow didn't know where those specific codes led to and he didn't make the image, and even if both of those factors are correct, he's still so extremely negligent and disgusting that he would repost horrific return codes that he didn't even verify to his audience that he knows are underage. When someone even informed him in his Discord server that the codes he posted on Twitter led to he refused to take initiative and asked them to literally screenshot the while also stating he simply didn't believe them. Then he decided to deflect responsibility onto the person who was calling him out, stating that it was only just numbers he posted and it was their fault they searched it up, showing that this grown adult who unfortunately has a channel with over 1 million subscribers takes absolutely no responsibility for his own actions and will pin the blame on anyone else. When in private, he was told by YouTubers to remove these codes from his videos too, as it was completely disgusting for him to even put there in the first place. He attempted to awfully censor them on YouTube Studio to the point where some codes are still entirely visible to this day. But for the sake of your sanity, I will of course censor them myself, as well as the website where this code is put into. TankFish's awful blurring of the codes is proof enough that he did not care, and according to testimony from a large Roblox YouTuber, he only took the situation seriously when Ruben Sim got personally involved, to which TankFish still refused to show any remorse for his own actions. Publicly and privately, he deferred to blaming his own community for encouraging the behavior for 2 years, and that he is simply an entertainer who does what his community wants as his community wanted it. This is perfect scapegoating, as he is blaming his own impressionable viewers, many of whom were underage, instead of actually taking bare minimum accountability for being a grown adult who consistently exposed children to porn. According to the Roblox YouTuber Jackeries, when numerous YouTubers were telling him to remove the codes, he was adamant on keeping it as it was a funny joke in his community. In fact, it only continues to get so much worse as TankFish openly defended one of his admins named Sad, who is an open file who defended Lily. When public backlash increased against Sad for their behavior, TankFish came out to publicly defend them, claiming they were somehow innocent and everyone were acting like sheeps, harassing them for zero reason. He went on to apologize to them and claiming that they would be coming back at a later period of time after they take a break. Perhaps even more egregiously, TankFish then goes on to defend Sad's stance on Lily, claiming who cares what anyone jerks off to, and then moves on to claim regardless, all media would now be banned, inferring that somehow it wasn't banned before, which is a massive self-report. It was TankFish's initial disgusting stance on Lily that made a lot of people start questioning what kind of skeletons he was hiding in his closet, as he had publicly stated before that Lily wasn't illegal as no one was being harmed in the process, despite it literally being illegal in his own country, and while completely forgetting the fact that there is a direct correlation between consuming content and being a pedophile who harms children. Literally, a past member present in the Chaos Legion Discord server, which is ran by TankFish, called Millim, openly posted safe for work artwork consistently, despite numerous people being made uncomfortable from him doing so, and eventually he was caught actually messaging 2 underage minors, one of them who was in 2020 when he was 16, and another who was 14 in 2022 when he was 18. Consuming content will more likely than not eventually cause the person who consumes it to delve down an even more degenerate pipeline where they want to seek out even more depraved content to satisfy themselves. Liking the artwork is inherently, and that is why it is illegal. Even TankFish later deferred to admitting that in his country of Canada, it is illegal and that he was wrong. Now, going back to TankFish, there is simply just so much more to cover, and we really have just scratched the tip of the iceberg in relation to what he has done, and I want to make another video going over even more degeneracy that took place in Discord servers that he operated, debunking many of the lies that he and his Discord admins have attempted to utilize, as well as his promotion of an AI website that contained extremely disgusting and inappropriate things that he should absolutely be held accountable for. So please make sure to stay tuned with my next video, which will be coming out soon, as well as other videos that will also be made updating everyone on any new information. Just for clarification, this video goes over TankFish actively engaging with charged comments made by his underage fans while he was an adult, and it shows he knew exactly what he was doing when he promoted new codes to his audience and openly advertised his Discord server alongside graphic content. There is no excuse he can make for this, and any other YouTuber caught engaging in this extremely predatory behavior would have been held accountable immediately, and TankFish should be no exception. At this point, TankFish needs to answer for his actions directly because the evidence speaks for itself. And honestly, whatever response video he eventually puts out better be a good one, because the damage has already been done, and quite frankly, after everything shown in this video, he cannot be trusted with a platform moving forward whatsoever. This behavior is absolutely disgusting. But anyways, thank you all for watching this video. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here, and comment your opinions down below. Please be sure to share this video to as many people as possible and hype the video up, because everyone in TankFish's fanbase needs to be made aware of what kind of person he really is. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.